So here now I will be performing comparative study between these three algae with respect to the main features, main characteristics. तो यहां पर हम डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे ग्रीन algae के अंदर ब्राउन and red algae with respect to the main characteristics. So the first feature which I will be discussing here, that is habitat. Habitat. The green algae is mainly fresh water. Yes, mainly present in fresh water. For the fresh water, I am writing FW. And I'm giving the examples of the freshwater algae. One example is Spirogera. Yes. So you please write this. Spirogera. Another one is Ulothrix. Only 10% of the green algae is marine in nature. सिर्फ 10% जो green algae है, that is present in sea water. It is marine in nature. So I will be writing here example. One is alba. Another one is Caulerpa. Now coming to the brown alga, mainly the brown algae, it is present in the sea water. Yes, marine in nature. Red algae, mostly marine, only few red algae, they are fresh water. Mostly sea water के अंदर present है, सिर्फ कुछ red algae है, that is present in the freshwater areas. And one example for this is Batrachospermum. Batrachospermum, the common name of this alga is frog, spawn alga. इन तीनों में से जो ग्रीन algae है, it can survive both in the colder as well as warmer areas. Colder as well as warmer regions. Brown algae, it is mainly present in the colder areas. Red algae mainly present in the warmer areas. Yes, इन तीनों algae में से आप बता सकती हैं कि वो कौन सा ग्रुप है which can be present in the deepest of the water body. Yes, out of these three algae which can be present at the great depths in the water body, that is the red algae. Yes, so the red algae can be present at great depths in the water body. After the habitat, now I will be discussing the next point, that is the body structure, that is thallus organization. अब जो green algae है, it can be both unicellular as well as multicellular. तो मैं एक unicellular green algae का यहाँ पर नाम लिख रही हूँ, that is Chlamydomonas, and you know that Chlamydomonas is green alga which is motile in nature, and for the motile nature I am writing here M. It is flagellated, right? Another example you write here, that is Chlorella, unicellular green alga, but now non-motile flagella is absent. मल्टी सेलुलर के अंदर बहुत सारी फॉर्म्स हो सकती हैं, जैसे मैं एक फॉर्म यहां पर बता रही हूं, दैट इज दे कैन बी फिलामेंटस. सो यू नो व्हाट इज द फिलामेंटस नेचर, दैट एक सेल के ऊपर एक सेल प्रेजेंट होते हैं, सो दैट देयर इज फॉर्मेशन ऑफ अ कॉलम ऑफ सेल. सो फिलामेंटस ग्रीन alga. One is Spirogyra. Now these green algae, they can also be colonial, colony forming. तो आपको किसी ग्रीन algae का नाम मालूम है जो कॉलोनी फॉर्म करती है? Yes, one example for this is volvox. The second example for this is hydrodictyon. Yes, hydrodictyon. ये जो दो कॉलोनियल एल्गा का मैंने यहां पर नाम लिखा है ना, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इसमें से जो वॉल्वॉक्स की कॉलोनी है दैट इज फ्लैजिलेटेड. द फ्लैजिला इज एब्सेंट. द कॉलोनी इज मोटाइल. फ्लैजिला प्रेजेंट है, कॉलोनी मोटाइल है. दैट्स वाई द वॉल्वॉक्स इट इज नोन एज rolling alga. Yes, please write this information. Due to the presence of the flagella, the colony which is present in the volvox, that is motile. That's why it is known as rolling alga. Hydrodictyon के अंदर flagella absent, non-motile. Now the another type of the habit is heterotrichus. Yes, heterotrichus. अब heterotrichus का मतलब क्या हुआ? ट्राइकस का मतलब होता है फिलामेंट, राइट? और हेट्रो का मतलब होता है डिफरेंट फिलामेंट्स. ट्राइकस मीन्स फिलामेंट, हेट्रो मीन्स डिफरेंट फिलामेंट. तो इसका मतलब दो तरह के यहां पर फिलामेंट प्रेजेंट होंगे. सो आई एम फॉर्मिंग द हेट्रोट्राइकस कंडीशन हियर. Some of the filaments are like this. कुछ फिलामेंट ऐसे हैं, that is parallel to the substratum. Parallel to the substratum, they are growing. These filaments, they are known as prostrate filament, right? Some of the filaments, they are erect. तो कुछ फिलामेंट्स प्रोस्ट्रेट है, कुछ फिलामेंट्स इरेक्ट है. दो तरह के फिलामेंट्स यहां पर प्रेजेंट है. दिस टाइप ऑफ द कंडीशन, दिस टाइप ऑफ द थैलस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, इट इज नोन एज हेट्रोट्राइकस कंडीशन. So what is the heterotrichus condition? That is very much clear to all of you. So I am writing here the name of few green alga which show this type of condition. तो एक एग्जाम्पल आप यहां पर लिखिए. Yes, one example for this is coleochaete. Yes, this is coleochaete. Another example is Fasciella. Fasciella. Then another one is Stygioclonium. Right, and one more example which I have cited here, that is Caulerpa. Caulerpa के अंदर भी present है दो तरह के filaments. Means what type of condition? Heterotrichus condition. So you please write H here, which is representing heterotrichus condition. Now coming to the brown algae, let's see what is the thallus organization here. ब्राउन एल्गी के अंदर यूनिसेलुलर फॉर्म्स दे आर टोटली एब्सेंट. यस, यूनिसेलुलर फॉर्म्स दे आर टोटली एब्सेंट. सिर्फ मल्टी सेलुलर फॉर्म्स प्रेजेंट है और मल्टी सेलुलर के अंदर भी अनब्रांच्ड filamentous and colonial forms, they are totally absent. Unbranched filamentous and colony forming thallus organization is totally absent. तो इट मीन्स कैसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होगी? देयर कैन बी प्रेजेंस ऑफ ब्रांच्ड फिलामेंटस कंडीशन. तो लिखिए इसका एक एग्जाम्पल. वन एग्जाम्पल फॉर दिस इज एक्टोकार्पस. Now the another example is paran. Another organization is parenchymatous. The organization can be parenchymatous. Parenchymatous organization present है fucus के अंदर. Write this example, very important. Laminaria के अंदर. One more example you write here, that is sargassum. Now very important feature about the brown algae, that some of the parenchymatous brown alga, they are of very large size. You know that the brown algae is largest of the algae. So some of the brown alga which are parenchymatous, they are of very large size. These large size parenchymatous brown algae known as kelps. Large size brown algae represents kelps, right? So here I will be writing the example of the brown alga which shows maximum height, which is largest brown alga, that is Macrocystis. Macrocystis is largest brown alga. Now these brown algae, they can be having great heights, and the height can be even about 100 meters, right? Now after this, now coming to the red algae, the thallus in the red algae can be both unicellular as well as multicellular. तो एक यूनिसेल्युलर रेड एल्गा का नाम यहां पर मैं लिख रही हूं, दैट इज पोरफायराइडियम. एक मल्टी सेलुलर एल्गी का जो नाम है रेड एल्गी, दैट इज बैट्रैकोस्पर्मम. दिस इज मल्टी सेलुलर रेड एल्गा, बैट्रैकोस्पर्मम. Now one very important feature associated with it is that Batrachospermum is a red alga, but it is not red in color. Yes, it is not red in color. It is olive blue in color. Another example for multicellular red alga, that is Harveala. Again, Harveala जो red algae है, this is colorless. Yes, this is colorless red alga. Now, why it is colorless? Because it is parasitic. The mode of nutrition which is present, that is parasitic. It is parasitic on body of other red alga. So this was about the thallus organization and habitat of these three types of the algae. तो यहां तक हमने जो एक मेन इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर पढ़ा कि जो algae डीप वाटर बॉडी के अंदर सरवाइव कर सकती है, दैट इज द रेड algae, and the algae in which the unicellular form that is totally absent, that is this one, that is brown algae. Now after this, I will be making the diagrams of some of the important members which are represented in these classes. तो अब मैं कुछ diagrams यहाँ पर form करूंगी of the members which are present in these classes. So in the green algae, In the green algae, I am making diagram for Chlamydomonas. Just now I have told you Chlamydomonas is unicellular flagellated green alga. So the shape of the green alga is pyriform shape है, right? ये जो मैं यहां पर बना रही हूं, this is chloroplast. Yes, this is chloroplast which will possess the pigments. Here this is representing nucleus. और यहां पर apex की तरफ there is presence of the two long size flagella. Now in the case of the brown algae, तो ब्राउन एल्गी के अंदर, now this is representing fucus. Now this is representing laminaria. इस laminaria के अंदर आप देख रहे हैं, the body is divided into the 3 parts. It is divided into the 3 parts. तो ये जो पार्ट यहां पर प्रेजेंट है, दिस हेल्प्स इन दी अटैचमेंट टू दी सबस्ट्रेटम. तो ये सबस्ट्रेटम के साथ अटैचमेंट में हेल्प करता है. दिस पार्ट इज नोन एज होल्ड फास्ट. ये जो यहां पर आपको स्टॉक दिखाई दे रही है, यस, दिस स्टॉक, इट इज नोन एज स्टाइप. And this structure, this large photosynthetic structure, this is a leaf-like structure. This leaf-like structure, it is known as frond. So yes, please keep this in mind कि ये true leaf नहीं है. This is a leaf-like structure which is photosynthetic in nature, involved in the food synthesis, and this leaf-like structure which is present, that is frond. Now the next I will be making diagram for the fucus. Fucus के अंदर भी आप देखेंगे the body is divided again into these 3 parts. Yes, the body is divided into these 3 parts. तो again ये क्या हुआ? Hold fast. This is stipe and this is going to represent frond. And you can see here the frond has shown the branching. फ्रॉन्ट के अंदर आपको ये स्ट्रक्चर नजर आएंगे. ये जो स्ट्रक्चर प्रेजेंट है, these are the air sac, or these structures they can also be known as air bladders. Now the last one, that is dictyota. So now the last one which I am forming here, that is dictyota, and in the dictyota, the frond, the photosynthetic structure is highly branched. Yes, जो frond है वो branching show कर रहा है. Right? Now coming to the red algae. Red algae के अंदर आप 2 एग्जाम्पल लिख सकते हैं. One is for Phyra and the another one is Polysiphonia. Polysiphonia का स्ट्रक्चर यहां पर मैं फॉर्म कर रही हूं. ये मेन एक्सिस है. Main axis has shown the branching. Yes, so you can say branched thallus is there. Yes, right? So after this, Now I will be dealing with the next feature. That feature is cell wall. ग्रीन एल्गी के अंदर जो सेल वॉल है दैट इज मेड अप ऑफ 2 लेयर्स. 2 लेयर्स की है. जो आउटर लेयर है, फॉर आउटर आई एम राइटिंग O. द आउटर लेयर इट इज मेड अप ऑफ pactose, and the inner layer, for inner I am writing I. The inner layer it is cellulosic in nature. Brown algae के अंदर भी now the cell wall consists of outer layer and inner layer. Now जो inner layer है, again this is made up of cellulose. Again it is made up of cellulose, but now the outer layer is different. The outer layer it is made up of hydrocolloids. Very, very important. Outer layer it is made up of hydrocolloids. Now why they are known as hydrocolloids? Because they have good water holding capacity. Now these hydrocolloids, they are present in the algae. That's why they are also known as phycocolloids. Now the 3 types of the phycocolloids, they are associated with the brown algal cell wall. That is fusin, fucoidin and algin. अब ये जो फाइकोकोलॉइड्स हैं, हाइड्रोकोलॉइड्स हैं, इनका फंक्शन क्या है? दे विल प्रोटेक्ट द बॉडी ऑफ एल्गी फ्रॉम द ड्राइंग एज वेल एज द फ्रीजिंग इफेक्ट. नाउ हियर I will be writing the name of the few brown alga in which there is presence of these hydrocolloids in the ample amount. One example is fucus. Yes. And the another one is laminaria. फ्यूकस और लैमिनेरिया में से हम ऑब्टेन करते हैं हाइड्रोकोलॉइड्स. इसके साथ साथ दे आर ऑल्सो रिच सोर्स ऑफ आयोडीन as well as they are rich source of bromine. Fucus और laminaria जो है, they are rich source of iodine. That's why they can also be utilized for the goiter treatment. They can also be utilized for the treatment of goiter. Now coming to the last category here, that is the red algae. Again the cell wall is divided into the 2 layers, that is outer and inner one. Again the inner layer it is made up of cellulose. Inner is made up of cellulose and outer one is made up of hydrocolloids, phycocolloids. ब्राउन एल्गी के अंदर और रेड एल्गी के अंदर जो आउटर लेयर है दैट इज मेड अप ऑफ हाइड्रोकोलॉइड्स. पर ये जो 2 हाइड्रोकोलॉइड्स है दे आर स्लाइटली डिफरेंट. यहां पर जो हाइड्रोकोलॉइड्स है दे आर नॉन सल्फोनेटेड. यस, दे आर नॉन सल्फोनेटेड. और यहां पर जो हाइड्रोकोलॉइड्स है दे आर सल्फोनेटेड. राइट. अनदर डिफरेंस इज दैट कि ब्राउन एल्गी के अंदर जो हाइड्रोकोलॉइड्स का कंटेंट है वो लेस है. दे आर प्रेजेंट इन द लेस अमाउंट एंड एयर द अमाउंट द कंसेंट्रेशन इज कंपेरेटिवली मोर. Now the 3 types of the hydrocolloids, they are associated with the red algae, that is agar, carrageenan and funorrhea. ये 3 तरह का फाइकोकोलॉइड्स यहां पर एसोसिएटेड है. सो आगर का नाम आप लोगों ने सुना होगा. नाउ दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कमर्शियली. It is very commercially important phycocolloid. Now agar is obtained from Gelidium. It is obtained from Gracilaria. Gelidium and Gracilaria, इनमें से हम agar को extract करते हैं. That's why these two algae together they are known as agarophytes. Very, very important. Now, after looking into the cell wall, now I will be dealing with the types of plastids which are present in these different groups.